It's all still arranged. Hit the subscribe and leave a like. Whoa. What's good, folks? We back. Now today we're gonna dive into something a little wild. Listen, we taking each character from across the Walking Dead series and we putting them into a brand new survival group. Listen, each team gonna be made up of 6 characters with specific roles. Now one, you got your leader. Now you know what a leader is. They look out for the whole group. They keep everyone in line. And the next one, we got your scout. Now the scout, listen, when I think of the scout, I think of a person finding new territory, but not only finding new territory, if the group ever come to a crumble, they the ones to patch it up a little bit. So the scout is kind of like the vice president of the group. The next thing we're gonna look at is the protector. Now the protector, you know, they gotta be the ones to get down and dirty. Whenever they need some protecting, hey, they come to the rescue. But the next group of people we looking at is the strategists. You know, the person that come up with the plans. They ain't always gotta come up with the plans, but you know, they gotta provide a little bit of strategy to it. And last, we got the I'm in danger person. Now, for the person who is in danger, you already know who that is. We talking no survival skills, need protecting 99% of the time. Now listen, this isn't only on just their survival instinct, this is also based around their personality. Now, let's get into it. Group 1. First up, leading the crew, you already know. We got my man's Lee Everett. He's kind of the ultimate leader. He calm, collected, and his decision making is pretty good, even under pressure. And for the scout, we got my man's Luke. Now, Luke, he's quick, agile. He kind of perfect for scouting out of area, kind of like how he did at Crawford Place. Listen, they want to scratch on him, so he definitely be a good scout. And not only that, him and Lee, I feel like they get along like 2 peas in a pod, at least almost. Now for the next person, we talking about the protector. Now we got the big guns. We got Molly. Listen, we saw what she could do with the pickaxe, and she could take on walkers like it's nothing. So she be a good protector, and I don't think she gonna really butt heads with anybody here. Now for the lookout. Listen, the lookout, they ain't gotta be a sharpshooter, they ain't gotta know everything, they just gotta be loyal to the group. This group, I'm going with Carly. Listen, Carly, see quick with the trigger. She is a sharpshooter, and she could keep the group safe from a distance, but not only that, I feel like she's a loyal person as well. Now, for the strategists, I'm taking Violent with this group. Listen, Violent, she knows how to plan, and she could keep her cool in a tight spot. So I think Violent, she'd be a good strategist for this, because I could just picture her right now. Lee, Luke, and Violent all looking at the map, strategizing what to do next, and I don't think Violent would have any problems with anybody here. Now, the I'm in danger person, Ben. Listen, Ben, we all know what Ben got. Ben, he'll leave you in the dirt like it's nothing, cause he's scared all the time. But with this, listen, Carly gonna take up for him. Violent, Molly, Luke, and Lee, none of them need Ben to help out anyway. So I feel like Ben is a good spot here. Now we're gonna get into the next group. Group 2. This team, we got Clementine as the leader. Listen, who else is gonna be the leader? Listen, she kind of like Lee. She could move things forward no matter what. And she also, like I said, ultimate leader. I don't need to explain too much. But the scout for this group is going to be Javier. Listen, Javier, he been through a lot. He could handle a lot. And I think he could really scout stuff with ease, because he broke in a new frontier like it was nothing. So Javier, this is a good spot for him. And Javier and Clem, we've seen how they work together. Now, for the protector, we got Kenny. Now Kenny, you know, Kenny, he a powerhouse. You know, he could get down and throw hands when needed. And he really could look out for everybody. So I feel like this also a good spot from him. And I don't think him and Javier would ever get like butt heads. Now, for the lookout, we talking about someone loyal again. I gotta go with Kate. Now, Kate, she could stay alert. She always sees danger coming like anybody else. And I feel like with this group, she'll want to keep them together. And she got Javier, so that's just a bonus. For the strategist, listen, I'm thinking Christia. Listen, we know she's smart. She got some experience and all this. Because she was surviving with Omid. And she was doing all the strategy right there. And she was probably making the tough calls. But at our in danger spot, we got Duck. You already know. Duck history. He is going to get some folks in trouble. But, Kenny got his back there. I think Christia, Kate, Javier, and Clem, they all align pretty well. I don't think no personalities really getting in the way of this group. And this group, it got some good people to be around. Now, time for the last group on the list. Listen, this group last, but it's definitely not least. Group 3. Lily takes the lead. We got Lily as the leader. Listen, she tough, ruthless, and she'll do whatever it takes to survive. Now for the scout here, we got Jane. Jane, she quick, smart with it, and she knows her way out of bad situations. So her scout role, I think it'll fit her just as well. And for some reason, I see Jane and Lily getting along a lot better than most people probably think. Now for our protector, we brought the big guns. We got Paul Rovia, or else aka known as Jesus, and he's in the New Frontier. If you remember him, hey, you will remember him. But he's definitely a powerhouse, and he could definitely be a good protector. And I feel like him, Lily, and Jane, they might just see eye to eye. Now, as for the person who's loyal, but stubborn, at our lookout spot, we got Trip. And I think Trip, he just fits in with this group a little. And he can be loyal, so I think this is not a bad spot for him. Now, for the strategist, we got David. David, listen, I could have put David at the leader spot, but I feel like David, he all about the military action, so he like to strategize, see what he could do to take out this zombie apocalypse. And I feel like him, Lily, Jane, Jesus, and Trip would all get along just well. Listen, don't get me wrong, Lily and David might butt heads sometimes, but that's too damn bad. It might get a little bad, but not too crazy. Now for the I'm in danger, we got Sarah here. Now I know what you thinking. Sarah, she innocent. She not finna do nothing like this. Why is she with all these aggressive people? Listen, I feel like if Sarah spent time with David, Sarah spent time with Jane and Lily, okay, Jane might leave her in the dirt, but everybody in this group, they too tough for Sarah to just still be in her little shell. Eventually Sarah gonna have to come out, cause listen, I feel like this tough love thing, this might be what she need, exactly what she need. And we know Lily probably gonna get her right. If Lily don't get her right, David gonna. And if they two don't, Jesus gonna try to help her out in some type of way. But what group do you think would survive the longest? And matter of fact, what group do you want to be a part of? Because these some interesting groups. Listen, for the little recap, Group 1, Lee Everett, Luke, Molly, Carly, Violent, and Ben. Group 2, Clemsky, Javier, Kenny, Christia, Kate, and Duck. And Group 3, Lily, Jane, Jesus, Trip, David, and Sarah. But thank you for watching. If you like the intro, let me know. What was I finna say? Oh yeah, click the next video finna pop up. It's probably finna be something about some more Walking Dead. And I'm exploring it all the time. So like, subscribe, hit the whatchamacallit button, and blah blah blah.